Hey, everybody, it's Mr. Greg. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. I'm so excited that you're here. I'm so excited to get to talk to my friend Michael. Hey, Michael.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
We were just chatting about getting the kids to bed and fed and keeping them entertained so they don't interrupt our live. So
Bribing them.
parenting, all the parenting things. We're so excited that you're here. I can't wait to talk to Michael about STEAM and creativity and innovation. So many great ideas. I can't wait to hear more about his session because he did something really unique with his session for Elevate Virtual. So I can't wait to talk about that. All the things. So we want to get right to all the things, but I want to remind everybody, if you've watched any of our lives the past few weeks, you know we have some really awesome giveaways going on, and it's really easy to enter these giveaways. All you need to do is hit that share button, invite your friends to join us, and join us in the comments. The more you share and the more you comment, the more chances you have to win some of our prizes. Tonight, we're giving away a free ticket to Elevate Virtual. We're giving away a $25 gift card to TKS Store. We're giving away 2 Berto & Co. notepads of your choice. And we're giving away a Groovy planner from Berto & Co. by the Kindergarten Smorgasbord. So if you want to win some prizes, hit the share button, invite your friends to join us. The more you share, the more chances you have to win, and get in the comments. The more you comment, the more entries you get. So let us know in the comments, where are you from? How many days of school do you have left? Are you out of school? What questions do you have for us about STEAM and creativity and innovation and all the things? So get in those comments. Let us know all the things. All right, Michael, how are you? Tell everybody about yourself.
Yeah. So my name is Michael Newman. My Instagram handle is The Evolutionary Classroom. I am a teacher in Houston, Texas, and I currently teach 3rd grade math and science. I taught kindergarten and 1st grade for 7 years, and I'm also the lead STEM teacher for our entire school district. So I get to help develop and create our curriculum and actually implement STEM labs for our K through 5 students within our school district. So I'm super excited about it, super pumped. Get to take Makerspace to the classrooms. We created Makerspace carts, and we got them into all pre-K through 1st grade classrooms. Yeah, I mean, I love everything STEM, everything science, anything that's building and collaborating and creating. It's something that I think that all children need to know, and they can do it from as early as, an infant stage all the way up to the high school level and to obviously their careers, the STEAM careers that are out there. I am a father, like Greg said. I've got 2 beautiful daughters and my lovely wife, Brittany. We've been married for forever. We've been married for forever, and we are just trying to stay away from all these crazy storms that we're having here in Texas.
I know y'all are getting, like, every time I look at the news, it's like, oh, more bad storms in Texas.
Yeah, just all of a sudden. I just got out for summer. Is this my 2nd day? No. So we got out last Friday was our last day, and then we ran off to the beach for a couple of days, and then we came back yesterday. So, and then I'm getting some STEM stuff rolling for my district, and then I've got summer school coming up and a bunch of plans coming up. So I'm super excited to be joining the Elevate Virtual team. So.
Yeah, well, we are excited to have you. I'm already seeing some great questions come through about STEAM and Makerspace, so I want to get right to it. But listen, if you haven't registered for Elevate Virtual, now's the time, because on Saturday, June 1st, Elevate Virtual kicks off and the price goes up to $150. Right now, you can register using the link in the comments and then in the description. Use the code Michael. That'll save you an extra 25% off. So you'll be able to register for $75. That's going to get you online access for 90 days, June 1st to August 31st. You'll have unlimited access to the videos and the comments, and the content. Sorry. You'll have 41 sessions, 4 keynotes, $10,000 in giveaways, $500 worth of digital resources to download for your classroom. You can also get college credits. You'll get a certificate of contact, and hot off the presses, y'all, if you register for Elevate Virtual, you also get access to our brand new free Science of Writing summer school PD from
That's
Holly
awesome.
Ely. Right? It's so exciting.
She's amazing
for this. Holly is the go-to when it comes
She's
to
the
science of
queen.
reading and science of writing. So this summer school PD that she's doing for science of writing is going to be epic, and it's so needed. So if you want access to that, you have to register for Elevate Virtual. Again, click the links in the comments and the description and use the code Michael to save an extra 25% off. So
these comments are off the chain.
I know, right?
I'm already like trying to go through. So we've got a lot of like questions about Makerspace already. And I'm like, oh my gosh, we should have had this as an in-person session.
I'm just going to let you start right there. So lots of people asking about how to get started with Makerspace. So give us the simple answer, because I know that could be like a whole session in itself.
Yeah.
So give us the simple answer to that.
So Makerspace is a chance for you to just kind of give your students a simple challenge. So for example, Johnny is walking through a forest and his flashlight broke. He only has these materials to create a new flashlight. So you would give your students the freedom to build a flashlight or to build a house or whatever it may be out of the materials that you would provide for them. And those materials can be anywhere from consumables to non-consumables. So Legos, Magnetiles, toilet paper rolls, pipe cleaners, index cards, tape. It's just giving them the ability to kind of let their imagination and their creativity kind of fly. To me, that's kind of like the simplest way. There's not a wrong way to do it. Because it's ultimately it's up to the kids to create their own invention. So that's kind of like in a nutshell, super simple and a super simple example. I kind of saw a couple of questions like, how do you get started with Makerspace? So how I got started in my classroom, I hand to mine had some really great products of each like Brooke Brown. She had some stem bins that I got. But we really, for our district, we created a cart, and it's like one of those 10 colored multi-drawer carts. And we put Legos, building blocks. There's like these twisty twos, pipe cleaners, marbles, and dominoes. I mean, all of those kind of different things that you have laying around in your classroom that you're like, well, I got this from the Target dollar spot, but when am I going to really use it? You could put those things in that cart. And then we created, and you'll see in my session, I provided you some of those Makerspace cards, challenge cards. So we kind of created like, build a new robot out of these toys or something simple like that, so that the students could just even look at the picture and try to replicate that picture. And that's how I kind of got started in my own classroom. I kind of built my own thing and kind of saw that. And that's what we ended up doing for our pre-K through first grade classroom. So each classroom has a STEM card, and we've made these kind of cards for them to challenge them.
And I've seen a couple of comments come through, and this is something that I do where they tie the Makerspace to the read alouds for the week. And I love that because it's such a concrete way for the kids. One of my favorites is we do creepy carrots, and I give the kids a bunch of materials, and they have to build a fence to keep the carrots in. And so that's a really great, if you're kind of hesitant to start, that's a great way to start. And, in a lot of our Read It Up resources, they have those STEM activities included in there. We also did a live a while back, and for the life of me, I cannot remember who it was with, but we talked about loose parts and basically saving everything. And it blew my mind because we talked about like bottle caps, like marker lids, like anything.
It's amazing.
Everything. You save it and you put it in your Makerspace, and
the things they create. I mean, it's crazy. And that's also in my session is STEM literacy, and tying the literacy components and the read alouds, and taking something simple from the read aloud and having them and kind of going beyond that read aloud, kind of engulfing them into the read aloud and try to create something from the read aloud. One of my examples I did in my session that you'll see is May Among the Stars, and that's with the astronaut Mae Jemison. Such a good story, amazing story, and you'll get to see that in my session. But yeah, you save everything, and that's why we become hoarders, because we save everything. But it's like, I'm gonna use it for something. I promise.
For something, right? Listen, before we went live, we were talking about like all of the stuff that we have, and like trying to purge and store it. And then I'm like, but hey, wait, did you see that Five Below has a mini vending machine? So guess what? I'm going to go buy a mini vending machine tomorrow. But so there you go. Right. We are. And I love that we're hoarders and we own it. right? But now we have all of these ideas to use it. And the challenge idea, people are really into the challenge idea. I love that
Mm-hmm.
because it kind of, again, it gives the kids an idea, a place to start. Another question was, how do you incorporate math into some of this?
So for math, so what we do is, so how we kind of do our STEM lessons or even makerspace, we kind of allow them to pre-plan. So if they're building it with somebody or themselves, they kind of draw a blueprint of what they're going to build. And then if we add math to it, it's more or less like, okay, you can only go this long, inches, this many inches long, or it can't be this feet tall, this feet tall. So tying those kind of those kind of math things as well as shapes. You can have them make sure how many shapes do you see in your makerspace, or how many shapes do you see in your invention that you created from this read aloud. So you can kind of tie those little math aspects in.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah,
My daughter says kindergarten classrooms are a thrift store in a classroom.
it's so
It's
true.
so true. It's so true. Lots of questions about organizing it, storing all of the stuff. What are your tips?
Um, I love my wife is the organizer. I love a good organized classroom, but I have to say my wife does it for me because she gets all the clear containers and she puts labels on it, and she's like paper towel rolls, cotton balls, popsicle sticks. So really those separate containers, those shoebox containers are good. We store things into those photo box containers. If it's small enough, obviously. Or even because for me, it's more of like a make and take. So they're getting as many materials as they want. Just a bucket with whatever it may be. So like popsicle sticks. We always have a ton of popsicle sticks. An open bucket that they can just kind of grab freely. Because you can also incorporate STEAM and STEM and makerspace into a normal routine as an early finisher or as morning tubs. Just giving them that freedom to kind of go and do it as they please.
Yeah, I like
Yeah,
that. And those, I
yeah,
love those photo boxes too. I use those in my
yep,
classroom for our morning bins, and the kids love them. And you can like watch Michael's, because they will like put those
yeah,
bins on sale for like ridiculously low prices, and then you get your teacher discount.
yep,
Um,
yep. And if you're a Michael's
so
member, you'll get another discount.
yep.
It's like discount on discount.
Um, and one of the things I was, as you were talking, and I'm watching the comments, another question about math came up, and you could easily have them count how much of
One
each
to
material
one.
they use. Talk about which is
hmm
the most, which one is the least, right? Then there were also questions about writing, how to incorporate writing into your STEAM.
So for the littles, it's going to be a little different than what we do for our older kiddos. But what we have trained them to do, and this year I'm excited because we're adding more makerspace stuff for our pre-K kinder classrooms, and then we're actually bringing our first graders into the STEM labs and second graders. But we're having them to train them to. They're going to pre-plan, organize, draw out, and then they're following the engineering design process. And so they're going to actually create their model or whatever they're making for their challenge, but then they have to go back and write how they're going to improve it. So what would do differently? And that's how we incorporate that writing aspect, is having them kind of tell us, well, if this didn't work, how could you change that? And then they get to go back and revise their creation.
I like it. And just for, for our early childhood kids, and like for my class with all my students who are EL, just getting them to talk about it,
Yep.
which is a necessary step to
Collaborating.
writing later on.
Yep.
So the more, if we can just get them to talk about it, listen, y'all are sharing great ideas. The comments are going crazy. Everybody's loving this. This is what you're going to get from Elevate Virtual. You're going to get these kinds of simple ideas from real classrooms, real classroom teachers, because at Elevate, all of our presenters are active in the classroom or in their school. And so everything that you hear at Elevate Virtual is coming straight out of a school and out of a classroom. That's what makes us so unique and so special, because it's real and it's simple and it's doable by anybody. If you haven't yet registered, now's the time. Click the link in the comments in the description. Use the code Michael to save an extra 25% off. This is what it looks like. This is Elevate Virtual. It is ready to go when it kicks off on Saturday. So when you register for Elevate Virtual, You have 90 days access, June 1st through August 31st. You have 90 days unlimited access to the videos, the downloads, all of the content is there for you to access for those 90 days. 41 sessions, 4 keynotes, $500 in downloads for your classroom. You can access the content on your computer or on the app. You can leave comments for the presenters and ask questions. Everything you need is all right there. You can actually get college credits now with Elevate Virtual.
That's
You get a
awesome.
certificate. We've got $10,000 in giveaways. So this is, you need it. You need it. Get registered. And remember, if you register for Elevate Virtual, you're also getting access to our new Science of Writing Summer School PD from Holly Ely. And again, that's only available to Elevate Virtual attendees and members of our Elevate Academy Science of Reading course. So get registered, right? Josh, everybody needs $10,000 in giveaway. We all love some
Right?
good prizes. So click the links and get registered. And remember, we're doing a giveaway tonight for a free ticket to Elevate Virtual. If you want to win your free ticket to Elevate Virtual, hit that share button, invite your friends to join us, and get in the comments. The more you share, the more you comment, the more chances you have to win a ticket to Elevate Virtual, a groovy planner from Berto & Co. by the Kindergarten Smorgasbord, 2
I love
notepads of your choice
so
from
good.
Berto & Co., and a $25 gift card to TKS store. So hit that share button, get in those comments. The more you share, the more you comment, the more chances you have to win. Okay, so we talked about this briefly before we went live. So you did something a little different with your virtual session. You went with a little bit of a theme. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so I was trying to think about, okay, what is a great crash course for STEAM and kind of introducing you to the world of STEAM, and I was like, why not make it a military boot camp theme? I mean, we love a good ABC boot camp. So
yes.
I took it beyond that, and I channeled my inner Disney person and tried to go off those Disney character people. So I went with the boot camp theme because I was like, you know what, it's relatable. We as teachers, we are soldiers that we keep marching through all these wars and the fires that we keep putting out. But I was like, this is a great way to kind of introduce a quick little crash course with a cool little fun theme. Why not?
Everyone loves it. And if you're talking about creativity and innovation and STEAM, what better example do we have than Disney, right?
Yeah, I mean,
if you think about like Walt Disney, like how creative and innovative he was, and how Disney continues to be that way, like that's a perfect,
insane.
Right?
Insane.
So much we can learn from Disney. Teachers are soldiers, right? We are definitely soldiering through, especially those of you who are still in school. So those of you who are still in school, hang in there. You're going to get there. But then remember, when we go back at beginning of August and you're still on summer break, keep that in mind.
Yeah. We go back in August.
What else? What other ideas do you have for us about STEAM? So we have great ideas about Makerspace. What about STEAM in general?
Really, it is a time that to allow your kids to kind of let their creativity fly. The challenges are really easy to do because it doesn't have to pertain to anything. You can always do that. As you know, today I want you to create your very own house. But you must use, and we can incorporate the math, 3 different shapes. So just having that flexibility, the creativity, but the big part about it is having them collaborate and communicate with one another, because that communication aspect, especially for our EB students and our SPED students, they need that social interaction to help them grow. And that's one thing about STEAM is that it includes all students. All students are able to do it. And I know for our labs on our campuses, all students are to be included and they are to be actively participating. That is one thing that with STEAM in general is one student should not be sitting and doing everything. They all should be doing something. And it's definitely typically difficult for our GT students because they want everything so perfect. And they're the perfectionists, and that sometimes there's time constraints and they can't do that, so they're freaking out. And it's your low kids that that always struggle in the general academic areas. This is their time to shine and thrive. So just really including everybody and being very inclusive with all your students during your STEAM time. Like I said before, the makerspace. Makerspace is such an easy way for you to kind of actually go and take into your classroom now. Take a couple of things, create some challenges, and then incorporating them into your morning bins, your morning tubs, even maybe some indoor recess. Indoor recess, they are a savior for because it rains, so or it's too hot
Or
in
it's
some
too hot.
places, or it's too hot, so we can't go outside. So it's an easy way to kind of incorporate into your day, but it's also a good way because not all the time we get to teach science. That's one of those things, science, social studies. So this would be also an easy way to kind of cross curricular a lot of your different subjects.
Somebody said they made a solar oven as one of their STEAM, and I love that. And it made me think of something we did this year because like you said, it gets too hot, we can't go outside. So we did the melting crayons where we taped the crayons to the canvas, stuck them outside, and the kids were blown away that because it was so hot here in Tennessee, that within minutes, like they started melting. And it's simple, right? And then you can talk about, it went from a solid to a liquid, the heat. But I also love what you said about STEAM leveling the playing field and giving everyone access. And I think that is huge because some kids are going to be great readers and some are going to be great writers. Some are going to be great artists. Some are going to be, great at math, but all of the kids can be successful with STEAM, with building. And, when you even if you just get out Legos, the kids are so creative. And I love that we're giving them these things that that everyone can access and be successful at.
And it also, and it's in my heart right there, is that purposeful play. And that kind of really ties in with Makerspace. And that's why I love it so much, because even when I'm teaching third grade, I still incorporate it, and we incorporate it all the way up because they're still kids. Kids are kids, and they need that time to play and to engage and communicate. So I saw someone said something about they created the oven, but they did it for s'mores. And so we did a camping unit, and they actually had to create a little oven and we went outside. It was during summer school one year, and they had their s'mores melt into like a little oven with foil and cardboard. And then someone also said, what's some ideas for beach theme? You're hot outside at the beach, and so you need something to cover up. Maybe make an umbrella. Maybe you left your water bottle at home. What can you do to hold some fresh water for you so you're nice and parched? Or make a fan.
You can also get, you could do, I saw a thing the other day where you could take like different toy animals and set them out and they make different shadows and the kids could trace the shadows. My kids love that. The other question that I saw that I want you to talk about, because I think this is a fantastic question. And I won't get it exactly right, but build a coral reef. I love that. Ooh, that's good for the beach. Ooh, that's a good one. Sink or float. Love it. Love it. The question was, what do you hear your kids saying and what do you see them doing that tells you that STEM is beneficial? And that's totally the gist of it, but not exactly the question, because she was wanting some of this information so she can share it with others. So what do you hear your kids saying about STEM and about Makerspace? What do you see them doing that tells you that this is beneficial?
So in our STEM labs, or even in the classroom, it's hard for us to, obviously we're not taking an assessment or to take data, right? So we've got to figure out how can we measure our students, how do we measure that they're learning or they're actually doing what we want them to do? So a way, and to answer your question, when I hear, oh, I can't do this, this is so frustrating, and then their person next to me is saying, no, you can do this, look, let's try it this way. Or what are your ideas? Oh, I have this idea. And then they say, okay, well, let's put our ideas together and make one thing. Those are the kind of things that I hear constantly because we train them. And it's funny because one says that so-and-so is copying me. And my other STEM colleague, she was like, no, we don't say copy, inspired you. Because teachers, we get inspired a lot, and I said, ooh, I like that. Because it's so true. So you were inspired. You don't copy. you're inspired, because it's true. We see something great, and so we want to do the same thing. And so they just make it their own. So they say, I can't do this. They try to give up, but then when their teammates or another student is saying you can do this, when they want to collaborate with one another, when they're like, see, I knew I can do it. That excitement when their invention works, and all over their face. I mean, those are the little things like that you see that just it makes it all worth it, and that that everything is going the right way.
I love it. I love it. Well, and I love when the kids make something and they bring it to you, and like you're looking at it, and in your
You're like,
mind,
what is
you're
it?
like, oh, they built a car. And I'm like, what did you make? And they're like, oh, this is a, they give you some elaborate description, has nothing to do with a car. Like, and it's so amazing that like we're thinking so simply, but yet they have this elaborate,
Getting in their brain.
idea of what they've made. It's a robot that can fly, and it does da 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 da, right? And I love that. And so those are the kinds of things that our kids are saying and that we're hearing, and that language development, the vocabulary, you can't beat it.
Nope.
All right, y'all, listen, we have a few more minutes before we wrap up. So I want to give everybody one more chance to get in on tonight's giveaways. We're giving away a ticket to Elevate Virtual. We're giving away a $25 gift card to the TKS store. We're giving away a Groovy planner from Berto & Co. by the Kindergarten Smorgasbord. We're giving away 2 notepads of your choice from Berto & Co. as well. All you have to do to enter is hit the share button and get in the comments. The more you share, the more you comment, the more chances you have to win. I will share one of the activities that my kids are most obsessed with, and I love it because you can do it all year long with different materials, is we do the stacking challenges. So we do the plastic coins for St. Patrick's Day. We do peppermints at Christmas, marshmallows, anything that can stack. And so the kids work in teams or pairs, and they try to build those towers as tall as they can. My kids are obsessed with those, and they get so intense and so into it trying to build those towers. And, like you said, the towers fall and they're like, oh, and then they get right back to it. And it's that, that confidence and that perseverance to keep going is another benefit of STEAM.
Yes. So I did see, and I'll answer this question. So someone asked a book to recommend. And a good read aloud book that I absolutely love is Be a Maker. And it's by Katie House. That is a great book that kind of gives you a general gist of what makerspace is, and it shows throughout the book. It shows how you can be a maker with with different things. That's one of my favorite STEM read alouds, and I actually kind of use that with our makerspace stuff. But Be a Maker is a phenomenal one. Mae Jemison, she was the first African American female astronaut. You can make rockets after that one. Give them that background knowledge on rockets, and then you can tie in force and motion, all that kind of stuff. I mean,
listen,
I don't want to give away too much.
We did Alka-Seltzer rockets this year, and it was it's a little bit of a challenge because you have to kind of, you put the water in, you put the Alka-Seltzer, you snap the lid, so it's a lot. I was like going into it, I was like, this group this year, I was like, no way are we going to get this. Like, there's no way this group is going to nobody's going to get a rocket to launch. Everybody got they were launching those rockets left and right. And it was one of those opportunities where it was like I went into it thinking they can't do this, and they blew it out of the water. Mm-hmm. So that's what STEAM is all about, is because, like you said, it levels the playing field.
Sure does.
If y'all, the comments have been amazing. Go back and read through these comments, because there are so many great ideas in the comments, and you're loving the ideas that we've been sharing. So if you think about all of the ideas that you've gotten from this live, think about how much more you're going to get from Elevate Virtual. If you're getting these ideas from a 30-minute live, imagine what you're going to get from Michael's session and 40 other sessions at Elevate Virtual. All from classrooms, all from schools, all from current active educators. Simple, real things that we can all do in our classrooms. That is Elevate Virtual. Get registered. Elevate Virtual kicks off Saturday, June 1st. We are so close, and the price does go up on Saturday. So you want to get registered now. The link to register is in the comments and the description. Make sure to use the code Michael to save an extra 25% off. That means for $75, you're going to get 90 days unlimited access to the videos, the sessions, the content, the free downloads, the handouts, to the keynotes. You're going to get $500 in downloads for your classroom. You're going to get,
Amazing.
we have $10,000 in giveaways. You'll get a certificate of
So
contact.
good.
You will get, you can get college credits. You can watch on your computer in your browser. You can now also watch in the app. So we've made it very convenient to get access to Elevate. So what are you waiting for? Join 10,000 of your fellow educators this year as we get our Elevate on. Let's get our Elevate on this summer, because this is a community. And this is a community that is growing. And as you can tell from the comments, this is a community that supports each other, that helps each other, that takes care of each other. We can't do it alone. And like Michael said, and like someone in the comments, we are soldiers, and we are in this together. So yeah, 10,000 of us at all of our Elevate events this summer. And
That's
it's
amazing.
just going to keep growing because of y'all, because y'all are so incredible. All of our presenters are amazing. All of you who are watching and attending are incredible. And just like the community that you see in these comments is fantastic. That is Elevate. That's what Elevate is about. So get registered. Don't miss out on the virtual PD event of the summer. We cannot wait to see you all virtually and in person. Listen, Dallas is sold out. Phoenix and Nashville in-person conferences have less than 50 tickets. Those those will be gone soon. So if you want to come hang out in person, get those tickets as well. And remember, if you register for Elevate Virtual, you're also getting access to our Science of Writing Summer School PD from Holly Ely. And again, that's only available to Elevate Virtual attendees. So for the $75, you're basically getting 2 PDs and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars of free resources for your classroom. So register now. Don't miss out, because you'll have FOMO and you'll be sad, and then you'll blow up Crystal's email wanting to register. So just register before you forget and before time runs out, because it happens every year. Every year. Saturday, the conference will go live. Everybody will start watching. People will start talking about it. And then everybody wants to join because they didn't register. So get registered. Don't miss out on Elevate Virtual. Click the links. Use the comment Michael. That will save you an extra 25% off. And let's get our Elevate on, y'all.
Yes.
Right? No FOMO. All right. Let's give away some prizes. All right. So we're giving away a ticket to Elevate Virtual, $25 gift card to the TKS store, a Berto & Co. Groovy Planner, and 2 notepads of your choice. If you are the winner of the Elevate Virtual ticket, you need to send an email to crystal@elevateyourclassroom.com. And the winner of our free Elevate Virtual ticket is Julie Beavers. Congratulations, Julie. You have won a free ticket to Elevate Virtual. Please send an email to crystal@elevateyourclassroom.com. The next 3 prizes, the gift card, the planner, and the notepads, you will send an email to kindersmorgy@gmail.com. And the winner of our $25 TKS gift card is Bernice Adams. Congratulations, Bernice. You've won a $25 gift card to TKS store. Next, we have a Groovy Planner from Berto & Co. by the Kindergarten Smorgasbord.
Such good planners.
Thank you. If you don't have one, get over to Berto & Co. and get one. Matthew Boudreau. Congratulations. You have won a Groovy Planner from Berto & Co. Matthew, send an email to kindersmorgy@gmail.com and we will get you your planner. And last but not least, we have 2 notepads of your choice from Berto & Co. They're back in stock and they're selling out fast, so you better grab them. Dana Corbin, congratulations. You've won 2 notepads of your choice from Berto & Co. Congratulations, Dana. You will also send an email to kindersmorgy@gmail.com. Congratulations to all of our winners. Thank you so much, Michael, for hanging out with us.
Absolutely.
And thank you to all of you for staying up late and hanging out with us. Once again, if you haven't yet registered for Elevate Virtual, do it now. Click the link in the comments and the description. Use the code Michael to save an extra 25% off. Not only will you get access to Elevate Virtual, but you will also get access to our brand new Science of Writing Summer School PD from Holly Ely, which is a 10-week PD all about the science of writing. We're all going to get rid of Writer's Workshop, and we're going to become better teachers of writing, and our kids are going to be better writers after this. So get registered so you can have access to that as well. Thank you all so much for all that you do. Thank you for taking care of each other, sharing all of these ideas, supporting one another in the comments. That is Elevate. That is what Elevate is all about. We are all here to elevate one another. We're taking teaching to new heights. It is time to get your Elevate on. Get registered for Elevate Virtual. Register for in-person if you haven't yet and you want to hang out in person. Click the links, use the code Michael, and we will see you all this summer, virtually or in person. Thank you so much. We cannot wait for you to be a part of Elevate. Good night, everyone.
Good night.